Namaste, dear seekers. Today we will explore the profound questions asked to Swami Abhedananda about death and afterlife. Swamiji, what becomes of the souls immediately before and after death? The soul immediately before death contracts and withdraws all sense powers gradually. The physical senses grow dimmer and dimmer as a flickering candle flame gradually approaches ultimate extinction. But the senses and powers grow keen and strong. The soul just before leaving the body live in an unconscious state like slumber, and in that state the astral or spiritual body passes out like a mist. Then is the condition of the souls beyond their grave awful indeed? Yes, the earthbound spirits suffer much. They do not know that they are dead. In that slumber state the souls carry concentrated records of their entire lives. When the souls wake from sleep, they enter into an astral plane. This astral plane is nothing but the projection of the soul's own ideas. Their dimensions are in vibrations. The disembodied souls find their ideas realized in that astral plane. They sleep, but their periods of sleeps vary. Do they not enter then into a lonely and foreign realm? Yes. Just to make it clear, let us take an example. Suppose you are an inhabitant of a large and thickly populated city like Calcutta. There happens a terrible earthquake in a dead dark night, resulting a total devastation of the whole city. The houses fall to pieces, and the whole city appears like a vast desert enveloped with deep darkness. Then, if you are allowed to move and walk freely with your eyes blindfold, what will be your condition? Just imagine. Such is the wretched condition of the earthbound spirits after death. Is it the same condition with all the spirits? No. Ordinary earthbound souls only suffer from it. The case of the virtuous souls is entirely different. They move easily and freely, and can see their ways with the light of their own knowledge and purity. Swamiji, may we ask you again where the souls really go after death? They go where they already are. Where do you stay when you fall asleep? You then stay in the mind. After death, the souls need not go to any other place. They continue to stay in the same mental plane just as we do in our state of sleep or dream, swapna. The souls then live in the mental plane or manomaya jagat. They move and do everything mentally in that state. Nothing of the material plane remains for them. The bodies in which they dwell at that time are subtle and are made of 17 subtle elements. They are 5 pranas, 5 karmendriyas, 5 jnanendriya, the manas and the buddhi. The composite subtle body of 17 elements is called by the Sankhya and other Hindu philosophies Sukshma Sarira. How do the prayers and good thoughts of the living become helpful to the souls departed? I have already said that just after death souls cannot realize themselves as detached from their previous material bodies. They remain in a swoon and are unconscious immediately after death. In that condition, prayers of any kind by the well-wishers help the spirits a good deal. Good thoughts from the relatives and the nearest and dearest ones bring alleviating reaction in their mental planes. Thus they create a certain vibration in their stupefied condition of mind, restore their veiled consciousness, and thereby the souls come to know that really they are not in their material bodies. The weeping and wailing of their relatives afflict them with pain, and thereby some are dragged down from their astral planes. But good prayers bring back their consciousness, and then they try to cross the borderland. This borderland in vibration is like a narrow river of ether which can be compared to a neutral zone. Ordinary or earthbound spirits cannot cross the borderland easily. They generally go to a region where prevails permanent darkness. This dark astral plane has been described in the Upanishad as: there are the regions of permanent darkness, the light of the sun or other luminaries is never seen there. Those who have not realized their true self or do not strive for self-realization must go to that dark region after death. The sun, the moon, and the stars cannot shine in the spirit world as they belong to this material world of ours. There is no room for any earthly or material thing in that subtle world beyond death. Is then the condition of the earthbound spirits was after death? Yes. In the case of the earthbound souls' desires are not fulfilled, and so their sufferings become wars and wars. They dig their own graves. All desires for material enjoyment then reach the most acute form. The souls then suffer from the burning flames of those unfulfilled passions. In fact, what you will sow you will reap. The desires remain in the form of impressions or sanskars. The death of the body cannot destroy the sanskars. After death, they remain as seed forms in the mind. Swamiji, what is meant by the double or astral body? Double or astral body is nothing but an exact counterpart of the physical body. The astral body leaves or goes out of the physical body at the time of death, and when it leaves the latter, there remains still a slender thread or cord of astral or vapor-like substance. Finally, it also melts away. The soul remains then in a state of coma, resembling the condition of an unborn child in the mother's womb. Is it possible to communicate with the dead? Certainly. Generally, the half-awakened souls manifest themselves in spiritualistic circles through the channel of the medium. Some are dragged down from their peaceful sleep to answer our selfish calls, and some themselves are eager enough to communicate. They appear in a dreamy state. Sometimes it has been found that, seeing the mediumistic channel open, they lose their self-control. Can the disembodied spirits take any material form? Yes, they can. Astral shells or astral corpses of the departed spirits may be materialized temporarily by means of the vitality of the mediums in their unconscious state. They appear in shadowy forms, move, and even speak sometimes. Men who have psychic powers can see these shadowy forms of the spirits. Experiments have been made by the spiritualists many a time, proving that the psychical corpses can be aroused into apparent life by a strong mediumistic current. Do the departed souls incarnate again on earth? Yes, until and unless they are able to break the bonds of desire and transcend the cycles of birth and death, they are born again and again on earth. Sooner or later, the departed souls feel a strong desire to manifest themselves again in new life. The seeds of their unsatisfied desires compel them to be born again on earth. So they select their fit parents, circumstances, and surroundings before being born. They fall again into a state of soul slumber and die on the astral plane as they did before on earth. By the same cyclic process of evolution and involution, they are born in a state of partial slumber. They awake gradually from the dreamlike states to the consciousness of the earth plane. Is it not good to culture spiritualism for the knowledge of the world beyond death? It is not good, I think, for those who really aspire to realize the supreme knowledge of the Atman. It is our aim of life not to acquire knowledge of things fleeting and unreal, but to reach the goal which is the absolute truth and blessedness. Spirit worlds may be true from the empirical point of view, but really they are nothing but the imageries of the human minds. Spirits are unborn and uncreated and are immortal in their nature. Birth and death, coming and passing are merely the appearance. Only through the veil of ignorance a man thinks himself to be dead or born. When his darkness of ignorance is dispelled by the self-effulgent radiance of the Atman, he realizes himself as the immortal bliss. Spiritualism does not help us to transcend the cycles of death and birth. The knowledge of the Absolute alone can make us free from it.